It's time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host, Ben. Now let's dive in. So, Bitcoin back up to that 50,000 area. Very nice show of strength. Bullish right now above all EMAs. Tried to give it a test. Pulled back a little bit here to the 10-day, but we're getting a nice bullish engulfing candle. This green candle here is engulfing, swallowing, whatever you want to say, pushing up over the whole entire body of this red candle. But it's a bullish indicator that a coin or stock or whatever is going to continue to run. So we may see Bitcoin break 50,000 tonight and hold above it. We may see it up to 52 tonight. I would not be surprised one bit. I mean, right now it's only $150 away from testing 50 again. And we had that nice little breather, and the buying volume is just now starting to come back in. So we could get it rejected again like we did back here, but I think it's at least going to try and break a little bit higher this time. And as I mentioned, Ethereum has pushed all the way up to 3,800. You can see it just making a beautiful little U shape here. And if it breaks over the top of that 3,850, we're going to see Ethereum at 4,000, and that could be tonight. This is a nice bullish little sign here. There is this one little red candle with a wick where some selling pressure pushed it down. But that's why if it can break over that area right there, that 3,850, there probably wouldn't be any more selling pressure until 3,900 and probably like 3,950. Like as soon as we start getting close to 4,000, expect some pretty strong selling. So because Ethereum and Bitcoin are bullish right now, we are getting some decent rips around the market. Solana's testing that 130 area, pushing for all new highs again, pushed all the way up to 132 recently. So that may continue to run on up to 150. Vechain having a nice spike over the past 48 hours, moving from 12 cents up to that 14 cent area. And I think we were expecting that. I talked about that. Yeah, I've got my drawings there. Yeah, so it did break that 13 cent area finally. Did push over that previous recent high there. So we may see it try to break through 15 cents tonight. The new rally coin is actually holding up after this pop. It did drop down to the 10-day, but the 10-day is starting to pull away from these other EMAs. And it is looking like it may try to have another pop up. We may see rally up to $1 here soon if it breaks over this 78. Basically, if it breaks over 80 cents. It's been building up for a big rip, and it's made some nice size pops on the way up. So this could be a very big rip coming on this one. Definitely want to keep an eye on. So Cardano, we did pop up over that $3, but we're still in this little triangle. Still consolidating. Looks like it may try to test again tonight. It's currently holding above 3 at the moment. So we're just kind of trying to build that support, that new support at that $3 area. But in this triangle, we have not had a huge breakout on Cardano. So I said I thought Cardano could get up to $5, and I still think that. And I think that could happen out of the pop of this consolidation triangle if we continue in the bull run we're at. It's been making nice moves up, but we've really not seen like a huge rip on it. It's been more slow buying, but this consolidation triangle is a big consolidation triangle, and we're getting very close to the breakout point. Cosmos Atom's been poking above that $25 area, still having a little trouble, but starting to come back up. Looks like it's going to give it another test. It has a shorter distance to go this time. The floor has moved up from here to here, so higher low being built. We did get a lower high, but this is just a triangle of consolidation. Tomorrow we'll probably see Atom over $25 if everything continues in this bullish momentum that we've got right now. Balancer continuing to push up. It's pushed all the way up to 34. Currently around the 32 area. Looks like it's trying to come up some more too. I mean, everything right now just looking pretty bullish. CTSI still not quite broken that downtrend yet. It's starting to come up off of that 10-day moving average. So I'm still holding CTSI. Dogecoin finally breaking its downtrend. So Dogecoin's back up to 30 cents. If it can hold 30 cents as support, we could easily see it back up to that 35 cent area. Polkadot looking like it's going to try to test those highs at 34. Currently a little indecision, but still above the 10-day. Held the 10-day the last two candles. Looks like it's going to make a nice little U shape and try to break through 34, and we could see it up to 35. 36, maybe even harder. It may be building up for a breakout. A lot of this movement looks like we're going to have another big leg up in the crypto markets. Yeah, see EOS, I was just talking about this one being cheap, breaking out of that triangle. So there's some bullish momentum there. Farm Harvest Finance almost to the tip of that triangle. This is one to keep on watch tonight and tomorrow, maybe a day later. But more than likely in the next 48 hours, we're going to see a break on farm out of this downtrend. And it could shoot back up again. Could have a pullback, but 200-day, I think I said that yesterday, is riding right down here at 240. So if everything keeps ripping, we're going to see farm make one crazy move, I would say. Luna, same thing, almost to the top of this triangle consolidation, ready to break out. Poly's another one that is making a pretty big triangle. This is a huge wedge on the daily chart. Looks like it's going to try to break here. And I'm just going through these fast because more than likely, a lot of these are set up and ready to break out. So if Ethereum and Bitcoin break out, these are all going to break out that are in these breakout patterns. And even the ones that haven't been breaking out, they're going to get a little pull up from the hype behind those breaks of Bitcoin and Ethereum. To me, it looks like we're going to go full-on bull run. Now, there is a little concern that if we don't break that 50,000, because we haven't broke yet, that this could all be bull traps, because everything looks really good right now, looks enticing, and it could be fine. Everything could blow like I think that they're about to blow, but we still want to be aware that at any time this crypto market can change, and we could see a big sell-off at these areas. So if they're not breaking tonight, if we're not seeing new price levels, we're still just hanging out in the 50K range, 48,000, 49,000. We're just hanging out in that area still on Bitcoin and Ethereum, just hanging out around 3,800, 3,700, not really pushing the 4,000. Then that would cause some alarm. We need to see more and more momentum coming in as we're approaching these lines, so we have enough momentum to bust through those resistance lines, bust through those ceilings, and make our way on up, make some new highs on a lot of these coins, and maybe even Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's hop into just a little bit of news, see if there's anything going on that could be driving more momentum behind us for this big possible bull run we're about to go on. If you want to see me start doing news segments separate 2 to 3 times a week, be sure to hit that like button and say down in the comments, I want news. More U.S. crypto investors to hodl than eye short-term profit. Some 48% surveyed U.S. consumers declare they have invested in crypto assets during the first half of 2021. Among those who've already bought crypto, 58% view it as a long-term investment, potentially supporting lower market volatility, while 43% plan to sell their crypto to make a short-term profit. So that's not that big of a difference. It's 58% versus 43%, but I don't think that would cause lower market volatility if a bunch of people are holding their coins and not selling, they're not letting them go. Well, then that means the coin circulating supplies are getting lower and lower. Lower supply, higher demand, that only leads to higher prices. And with very low supply, that leads to very volatile prices as well. We could see crazy spikes and drops if this is the case, if this is how the crypto markets are going to be playing out. And of course, this is one survey, so you don't know who they surveyed. This doesn't really mean anything, but it's nice to see some numbers. 12-year-old NFT whiz rakes up 400K in Ethereum. So this kid just made 400K in Ethereum. I was talking about this in the live streams on the Framework Fortune home channel this morning, actually. I was saying, like, all the past information that people knew about the markets from older investors who lived 50 years ago, 100 years ago, even investors now like Warren Buffett. We are not in that same type of market or world anymore to where their knowledge is going to be as relevant. I mean, this kid's 12 years old. I guarantee he hasn't spent 12 years of his life reading Warren Buffett, Jesse Livermore, Peter Schiff, anybody. This kid was able to just rack up 400K. So, different world we're in now. And here's another instance of this. 9 and 14-year-old Bitcoin, Ethereum, and RVN miners make $30,000 a month. Colombian bank begins second phase of its crypto pilot with exchanges. Colombia's bank, the Banco de Bogotá, if I said that wrong, I apologize, has begun the next stage of a crypto pilot that will allow 5,000 of its customers to make and receive payments using tokens hosted on the platforms of 2 major crypto exchanges. The bank has partnered with trading platforms Bitso and Buddha as part of a crypto sandbox project operated by their super financial thing, which is their nation's biggest financial regulator. So Colombia is embracing crypto. Their government is embracing it. They're building a sandbox of projects, it looks like. The first part of the pilot began in March this year, saw the group of customers all aged over 25 allowed to make crypto deposits and withdrawals on the bank's mobile and desktop platforms. They were allowed to trade crypto for fiat Colombian pesos and vice versa using the interfaces that link. So they've got their banks directly linked to the trading system. That's actually pretty interesting. So this Buddha interface is supposed to be ready this month. Here's a quote from Oscar Bernal, the bank's vice president of technology. We think that it is valuable to participate in the construction of a possible regulatory framework that may enable operations with crypto assets in Colombia. So they are trying to regulate it, but the fact that they're trying to incorporate crypto into their currencies and banking systems is a good sign. You know, their government is not shutting it down like we've seen some governments. They're actually letting it have a chance to see what blockchain and all that can do. So that's nice to see. And that's another South American country. South America seems to be really embracing cryptos. A lot of countries there has had a lot of issues, especially with overreaching governments. So South America may be the crypto forefront. I was already looking down there for some real estate, but the more I see on countries down in South America embracing and adopting crypto, the more it sounds good to me. So that's it for today's crypto update. If there's any coins that I'm not currently covering that you would like me to cover, leave them in the comments down below and let me know your thoughts on another South American country starting to adopt cryptos a little bit and where you think that's going to go to next. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.